Elon Musk is back on the solar train. That is today's Musk Minute. Tesla is trying to reboot its solar panel business by giving residents in 6 states a chance to rent the solar panels instead of buying them. Musk announced the relaunch of Tesla Solar on Twitter. Surprise, surprise. He tweeted, "Tesla Solar just relaunched. Let me know what you think." Pretty straightforward, pretty simple, blunt tweet. Now, customers in Arizona, California, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Jersey, and New Mexico can take advantage of the rental option. Pricing starts at $50 a month. So you might think that this would appeal to the average Tesla owner because if you care about EVs, maybe you like the idea of solar. Although on the other hand, I don't think that every person who buys a Tesla is someone who is a big environmental person who I'm all about helping the environment. I think a lot of buyers, it's just, oh, Tesla's cool and flashy.
It's also, and the problem even with the cars too, is what you're looking at in terms of who actually owns the space to have these solar panels. That's the other problem too, I think.
Yeah, and I think for what it's worth, the whole identity around a Tesla owner, as you mentioned, Dan, it kind of remains to be seen if the same people that are buying Teslas are the same people that are as environmentally conscious that they would want to have a product like this. But on Tesla's end, I mean, I think it kind of makes sense when you consider that Tesla is a company that's been trying to create an ecosystem of product use, right? It's not just the Tesla vehicle itself. They have the gigapacks that you can use in your garage to charge up the car. They want to try to integrate this kind of other types of technology. I mean, even the Hyperloop tunnel, right? The Hyperloop tunnel is supposed to be a way to get your car, right? That whole thing, to get your Tesla vehicle, hopefully, from one side of the city to the other. So, I'm not surprised by this. And we have to remember also that, Elon has been very involved with Solar City. So, this is not new technology that he's been tinkering with.
Right. It's also really interesting because I think there's a selfish motive behind this as well because they need production for it. They're trying to use the solar panels to charge the stations as well, right? In a lot of areas, they're trying to roll that out. So I think it's interesting that they would be advancing that as well for the production costs, I guess.
Well, by the way, we're showing some B-roll, some photos there of houses with solar panels on the roofs. But I think for this program, you could just have it sitting somewhere else as well. I don't think it has to be that you put it on the roof.
Well, you still need enough
space. That's the point. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. But I mean, I feel like I've seen solar panels where they're in the backyard or they're in the driveway on a little pedestal.
I don't have any of those, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Where are all these city people going to get it from?
Well, but also, it's not realistic. If you're in New York City, you're not, I don't know.
Or anywhere. But these are all like major metro areas.
One thing that's worth pointing out real quick is that these are rentals, right? So I mean, it's like you don't glue it onto the top of your house and then just leave it there. No. So we have to remember there are serious labor costs that are behind this too. I mean, this is not a cheap venture.
Maybe
at all.
Tesla would say it creates jobs.
Well, this is the reason why. Well, yes, sure, but this is the reason why they had to relaunch it. I mean, I think probably one huge issue the first time they launched it was just the enormous capital that's required to send people to people's houses, build this thing, and then maybe a few months later, these people decide they don't want them anymore, and then they have to send them back to the same house and then pry those panels off the top of the roofs, and then and it can't be cheap to climb someone's house, right? I mean, you better be paying those people a good amount of money.
I also wonder if they're trying to spur a rent-to-own type thought process behind it. If oh, you rented it, but you liked it, so now you can own it.
Oh, sure. That's the whole, get them hooked.
Yeah.
On solar.